naman dyan. Let me see. Yan. Ano ka nagawa ng India? Sabi ni Noemi. Okay lang, sige. Papasalubungan ka namin. Thank you for confirming, yes. The internet is weird, pati si Zoom nagiging weird niya. Siguro sobrang daming gumagamit. Thailand is okay. Yung culture ng Thailand is coming from India. Noemi. Yeah. Actually, buong mundo. Even the language, the other things. Thank you very much for joining and maraming salamat dun sa mga nagkapasa ng assignments. You are keeping me puyat, but I'm happy. Yung iba hindi ko pa nasagutan ngayon. Pero binabasa ko nila isang beses. I'm enjoying. It's an ecstasy to read those realizations assignment. Yung iba ang gagaling din magsulat. Naka-effort yung iba sa PDF. Wala pa ako nakikita nag-layout. Mga first few batches natin may mga graphic artists kasi with pictures, with text. Kala mo pang post sa mga poster. Welcome, hello, Hare Krishna. Yan, Adam, Hare Krishna, nakita sila na Ron. Next time, mababa ko bataan. Diana, hello. Si Jillian, si Kelly, hi Kelly. Ivanka, hi. Si Ayesa, hello, Hare Krishna. Jenny, Hare Krishna. JM, Hare Krishna. Joanne, Hare Krishna. Josh, Hare Krishna. Ang dahil palang taga-QC dito. Kahapon nasa QC lang ako. Christine, Hare Krishna. Ingat sa drive. Si Makoy, Hare Krishna. Ating mga kausap ko rin siya kahapon. Si Carla, yan. Nakasama ko si Carla kahapon. Milk, Hare Krishna. Next time, Cavite naman. Nel, Hare Krishna. Makati lang si Nel. Nicole, Hare Krishna. Good morning. Naimi, Hare Krishna. Odi, Hare Krishna. Si Pebs, Hare Krishna. Si Princess Elaine, Hare Krishna. Nasa office ko ba uli? Si R.A. Yan, mga kachat ko. Si Riza, hi. Si Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sarap ng cookies. Kinakain namin kanina yung cookies na gawa ni siya. Yung pantry. Siya yung epitome ng mga cookies. Walang makakatalo. Sophia, Hare Krishna. Saka si Veronica. And those who are joining, Hare Krishna, good morning and welcome sa ating meditation and yoga philosophy. Napahaba ng introduction natin. Cavite and Bataan Bridge, Prabhu. Yes, pag nagawa yan. Bago kahapon, maganda yung biyahe ko kasi from SLEX going to North Q Ave. Buo na siya. So, mabilis ako nakarating ng QC. Pero late ako nakauwi kasi ang daming dinaanan. So, you know the drill. We should always be in the right mood. In the mood of request, in the mood of humility, in studying our yoga philosophy, in performing a yoga and meditation. So, join me as we recite the invocation mantras. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vancha Kalpataruvyaschа Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sino nakakatanda nung acronym natin last yoga philosophy class from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3? Katunog nung chapter na yun. Ay, bilis ni Makoy. Chapter 3. Kasi ang ating acronym. Mga naghahanda kayo. Alam niyo na yung pattern ko. Tinatype niyo na siguro, enter niyo na lang. Yes. Salamat. Ang ating acronym last time, recall. Sabi nga sa mga series previously. Tiaga is the renunciation. English na to, renunciation. And we should not be escaping immaturely, renouncing immaturely, thinking na yogi na ako, spiritual person na ako. Hindi ko na kailangan gawin yung mga responsibilities and duties ko. No. Because we should do much more, even better, yung mga duties and responsibilities natin. Galingan mo yung pagiging nanay mo, pagiging student mo, pagiging teacher mo, even pag-work mo, much more better now because mas malalim na yung reason mo while doing that. Not just for money, not just for position, not for any temporary things. Kasi you know that you have the swadharma, the material position, and you must connect it to your dharma to serve. So we must do and perform beyond our duty, the call of duty. Mas inspired ka dapat ngayon. That's the goal of Bhagavad Gita. Just like Arjuna, sabi ni Arjuna, ayoko nang lumaban sa war, Krishna. Si Krishna, no, you must fight. You have to, sabi ni Krishna. Kasi you are not doing this just for you. Kaya diniscuss din yung ranks of your yoga ladder. We have also yung mga from animalistic life, the karma kanda, doing the good and bad karma, didiscuss natin today. And yung selfish and selfless na activities. And when you go up there sa yoga ladder na yon, ano yung mga lifestyle na yon, when you go up there, we will understand that the real goal is the Bhakti Yoga, connection to the Supreme. Kaya meron tayong express elevator, that is letter E, from association, even whatever kung ano yung nakaraan natin. Nakaraan na yun. Pero from the association, by doing our sadhana, isosurpass natin na mabilis yung mga ladder na yun kasi it is an express elevator. Ano daw yung eternal enemy? Sige nga, tingnan natin kung natandahan natin. Ano yung opposite ng love? Loss. Bilis ni JM. Yan. Meron tayong mga nakaabang sa keyboard nila. Lamang pag naka-computer ka, sa cellphone daw parang pinipindot-pindot. That is the opposite of love, loss. Actually, nasa atin na yon, yung love na yon. It is dormant sa heart natin. Tulog siya. It is covered by unwanted baggages. Yung mga previous karmas natin, impressions, upbringings, and all. Nagiging lost siya kasi iba yung pagkakaintindi natin. So we must spiritualize the loss into eternal love. We must be clear kung ano ba talaga yung love, ano ba yung loss. And this process of yoga philosophy is understanding what is the highest in the yoga ladder, which is Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of love. And it must be really distinguished from the loss na sinasabi ng ating commercial ng toothpaste. Nagkakangitian lang eh. Nag-model lang sila ng smile. Tapos magkikiss na sila. Hindi lang nag-uusap. That is not love. So welcome sa ating session. Tama ba? 5. 10 days na tayo magkasama. 5th sa yoga philosophy and sa meditation. Essence of Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 4. Entitled Transcendental Knowledge. So we have chapter 3, the action. That is the karma yoga. We have the transcendental knowledge. We have the knowledge, learning. Or it is called also Jnana Yoga. And paano napapass down ang knowledge na to? It is very important how we could learn from this one. This is coming from hearing, the sense of hearing. So we have senses, but we don't have to suppress them. Yung mga horses na yun, hindi sila kumawala, hindi mo sila gagamitin. Or itatabi mo lang sila, no. We must use them, engage them in the right way. Just like hearing, sobrang importante na ito. Kasi this is where we receive that knowledge. Okay, yes, sige, libro. Pero of course, when you read it, you also technically are hearing. So that is the acronym for today, EARS. So thank you sa mga nagbasa ng assignment. 434. Sino nakakabisado rito ng translation? Pag matagal ka na hindi nag-school, hindi mo mahirap mag-memorize. Oy, si Makoy. Sige. Favorite ko tong verse na to 4.34. Tad vidi paripatena, paripasena sebayo. Upadeksyante te gyanam, gyanina statva darsina. That is the Sanskrit. Tapos yung translation, namaya babasahin natin. Pero, please get your Bhagavad Gita because letter E natin sa ears is eternal education. Eternal education kasi it was not made recently or even 5,000 years ago when Bhagavad Gita happened. This eternal education is eternal. This education is eternal. Kasi it came from Krishna. It came from the start of existence which has no start. May start lang dito sa material world. Malalaman natin how sa 4.1. So if you have your Bhagavad Gita, please open it. If you have your ebook, please open it. I suggest if may naka-ebook ka, use to gadget para habang nag-zoom, tas pwede ka rin magtingin sa sa phone mo. Yan si Jenny. I'll contact you, Jenny, para sa mga devotees there in Vancouver. But you can have your book there. 4.1, let's just read. The personality of God, Lord Shri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivashvan. And Vivashvan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu, in turn, instructed it to Ikshvaku. This is the story paano pinapass down yung knowledge. From Krishna, he instructed it to Vivashvan, the sun god. So, Vivashvan siya rin si Surya. If you're doing... Surya is a position. Si Vivashvan yung demigod ngayon as the sun god. So, these demigods, hindi lang sila basta-basta. Sila yung person na yon. Like si Brahma, position siya. After niya doon, someone will take over. Like president. So, papag-usapan natin yung mga yan deeper in Bhagavad Gita, understanding the whole humanity. So, si Krishna pinast down. Tapos, si Vishvashvan pinast niya, tapos pinasa niya. Makikita niyo to sa end ng introduction. So, we will know the history. People wants to know yan. Ito yan. This one, pinasa ni Krishna kay Brahma. So, Krishna was saying this kasi tinanong ni Arjuna, Krishna, sinasabi mo sa'yo galing to knowledge na to. Halos magkaedad lang tayo ngayon Paano mo pinasa kay Vivashvan? Mamaya sagutin ni Krishna yung tanong niya. So, this is sabi ni Krishna, science of yoga. Imperishable science of yoga. Text number 2, this supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, guru and student relationship. And the saintly kings understood it in that way. But in course of time, the succession was broken and therefore the science as it is appeared to be lost. So it was being passed down. Yung mga leaders ng buong mundo, especially the emperors, are saintly kings. Supposedly. They're guided by the scriptures. Yung mga advisors nila, mga priests and brahmanas. So they rule the earth, the society, based on the scriptures, hindi kung ano-ano lang inimbento nila. So before, much peaceful talaga sila. Pero minsan, para siyang nawawala because some other leaders are having ulterior motives. So, the chain appeared to be broken. Tapos yung pinapass down na science na yon of yoga appeared to be lost. Parang river, nagiging underground lang. Palagi nagiging ganito, ever since. Ayun yung history. Number 3, that very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. That is the reason bakit si Krishna nagdi-descend sa material world. Bakit si God bumaba dito in the form of Buddha, in the form of Krishna, in the form of Lord Chaitanya. Because ang reason niya is to reestablish this science of yoga. So now, si Krishna, 5,000 years ago, bumaba as himself, as the teacher, para i-reestablish ulit yung knowledge na to. So may tatanong, bakit kailangan bumaba ni God dito sa material world? That is the main reason. We have few reasons, pero one of the main reason is to reestablish that um, chain of disciplic succession and the knowledge. So, ayun yung number 3. Ang tanong ni Arjuna, ito na nga. The son God Vivasvan is senior by birth to you. Text number 4 yan. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? Diba? Nalito na si Arjuna. Mas matanda si Arjuna, ay si Vivasvan sa'yo. Halos magkaedad lang tayo this lifetime. Paano ikaw yung nag-instruct? Of course, alam ni Arjuna to, but for our sake, and this Bhagavad Gita happened 5,000 years ago, but because of Krishna's arrangement, Arjuna have to take a role, parang artista, to be bewildered, para itanong niya. And Krishna answered, number 5, many, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, of subduer of the enemy. Because us being the soul, taking the body, package doon, makakalimutan natin yung mga past lives natin. That is Krishna's arrangement. Pero si Krishna, he can descend himself anytime, sabay-sabay or isa-isa lang, pero hindi niya makakalimutan lahat ng mga yun. There is the difference of a soul and the supreme soul. So one cannot claim, I am God. Di ba may mga nagkasabi na gano'n, they will claim. Meditate lang sila na onte tapos, I'm God. Kasi na-realize nila, may onte sila na-realize. Pero walang God na nakakalimot or walang God na sumasakit yung ngipin. So that actually destroys the philosophy ng mga Mayavad. Or even atheists, no? Atheists kasi they don't believe anything about God. May nakausap ako dati, atheist daw siya, pero he hate God. Tapos nagkataka ako, teka lang, yung hate God, so naniniwala kang God, so hindi ka atheist. Parang kinain siya ng sarili niyang philosophy. Pero yun yung difference nun. So it just means Krishna is the supreme. He will not forget. Kaya he is our best friend as well. He knows everything in our past, even from the previous lives. Sige, tuloy na natin ng onte. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, by my internal energy, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So, he descends in every millennium. Ano ba yung sukatan ng millennium na to? May computation dito in the Vedas. All the numbers. Magugulat ka. Magmamat tayo next time. Itutuloy natin yan. Billions and trillions of numbers in lifetime ni Brahma, lifetime ng Yuga, lifetime ng Earth, lahat yun. Very in detail. Before pa magsimula magbilang yung modern mathematician, nasa scriptures na yun, pinapass daw na sa mga saints. Hanggang ngayon, tinutuloy pa rin. And actually, doon sila nag-base when they studied the Vedas. Uy, tama yung medyo computation natin. Distance ng Earth sa Sun, distance ng planets dito. It is coming from the Vedas. Ay, sige na. Papakita ko sa slide para nakikita niyo yung flow ng usapan nila. So, yan. Para sila nagka-podcast dito, nanood tayo ng podcast ni Krishna sa ni Arjuna. Then, yung learnings ni Arjuna are being passed down to us. Yan. So, 7 yan. Ito yung question ni Arjuna, then sinagot ni Krishna. Hindi ko nakakalimutan. Ikaw pwede mo makalimutan. In fact, magkasama na nga sila previous lives. Si Nara and Narayan. Kumbaga, si Krishna sinasamahan palagi ng Arjuna in different incarnation niya. Ito yung reason bakit bumaba si Krishna. 4.7. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, that's one reason. O descendant of Bharat, a predominant rise of irreligion. At that time, I descend myself. So bakit bumaba si Krishna in this material world para i-establish yung religion? Kasi nabibreak nga siya. And these are another reason. Text number 8. To deliver the pious, yung mga devotees niya, and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to reestablish the principle of religion. Inulit niya yan. I myself appear millennium after millennium. If you'd study yung life ni Krishna, ang daming action and adventure. He kills demons, nag-wrestling siya, he have pastimes, nakipaglaro siya with his coward friends. May love story din siya. Very personal. He will really know the activities of Krishna, his form, yung mga favorite niyang bagay. And this is mainly for these three reasons, to have association sa mga devotees niya. To be with the devotees, the Bhaktas. The rest, he established the religion also. He kills demons. Kasama sa actions yun and adventure. Nakakatuwa yung mga stories niya. Andyan yung iba-ibang story niya like Sita Rama. There was a history, may nag-study na historian. Sita Ram, kahit sa Philippines may mga play yan. CCP, yung mga dramas. Even sa school. Rama and Sita. And yung Diwali, yung sinaselebrate ng halos buong mundo without them knowing the reason bakit. When Rama have to go, have to be welcome pabalik dun sa kingdom nila. Nagsindi sila ng maraming kandila. Dun yung Diwali. Dun nang galing si, ano mo yung sa Philippines na sumasayaw with kandila. Dun nang galing yung history nun. While welcoming Lord Ram. Pandango, yes. Pati nga daw yung tinikling eh. It's very connected. So if you want to study the history, kasama yun doon. Yan. 4.9, ano yung benefits sa pagbaba ni Krishna? One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving this body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, or Arjuna. Just knowing this activities ni Krishna, yung birth niya sa yung activities niya, when one dies, hindi mo na kailangan mag-take birth again. You can stop the cycle of birth and death. Because that will be your meditation. That is his gift. Para hindi tayo paikot-ikot dito. Because one is being personal. So, nakukompare natin yung impersonal sa impersonal. One knows Krishna. So, you can read the purports na itong 9 verses. Maganda to. So, that is one reason to read. Sino ba yung mga fond of reading dito? Sino mga book lover? Aminin ko, I was not a book lover when I was younger. Ang nabasa ko lang na outside the Krishna Conscious book is Tuesday with Mori. About that, di ba? Sakto pinag-usapan natin that last time. Ay, walang mga book lover, walang nagtatas na kamay. So, yeah. Masarap magbasa. Lalo na kung yung binabasa mo, may sense. Yes, Twilight daw si Naomi. Yes. If you read stories ni Krishna, natutuwa ka sa love stories and adventure ni Krishna. That will be your meditation. Ang daming stories sa buong film, pati mga poetry, pati mga non-fiction mga books galing sa stories ni Krishna. Even the war. Letter E yan. And letter A natin, sci-fi daw sabi ni JM, no? Pag binasa mo yung Vedas, pag-usapan natin yan. How sobrang wild and far out yung mga stories. So, letter A is accurate understanding. So, by this, we know yung knowledge na inaaral natin is accurate kasi galing kay Krishna. And there's a history kung paano pinpassed down. Hanggang makaabot sa generation natin. We're studying yung words ni Krishna. Hindi siya nagbigay yung opinion ng isang leader na to or isang tao na to, tapos ito na yung susundin. That's why in the other scriptures, todo divided sila. They're debating over one book because of their different opinion. So ito yung impersonalists. They don't know yung minimeditate nila. Yung supreme. Kasi they don't have any idea. Blank lang. Ilaw lang. Compared sa Bhakta devotee. Very personal. You're knowing Krishna. You're knowing the Supreme. That is the yoga. Yung connection na yun. Finding that link. So everyone is actually searching for the Supreme, for Krishna in different aspects. Some are searching for Krishna in the form of His energy. Ang daming tao, ang goal ng buhay nila is money. That's energy of Krishna actually. Indirectly, some will just want to go to the light. Love and light lang po. Yeah. Or some are trying to search Krishna in the form of their yoga asanas. Iba yung tingin nila sa yoga asana. It is feeling nila yun na yung goal. But that is just the process. So yes, ito, different forms. Of course, the personalists or the Bhakti yogis who are the meditators ng using the mantras, so personally sila or Bhakta, sila yung nakaka-realize kay Krishna fully. Why? Because they're knowing Krishna personally. The rest, ito yung nare-realize nila, Brahman or just light. That is Krishna himself, pero effulgence lang niya, aura lang niya. The meditators, after ng mga yoga asana, the end part ng Eight Folds of Yoga, Eight Folds of Yoga system, yung end doon is samadhi, meditating on Krishna from within, or paramatma. So yung mga yogi mas nagigets to, yung mga yoga teachers natin, mas nagigets nila to. Yung mga yoga asana, ito yung end result. After nila doing the asanas, controlling the senses and the mind, they will do meditation. Kasi mas tame na yung mga senses nila. Ano yung real reason? To meditate on Krishna from within. There are a lot of stories of Srimad Bhagavatam, the scriptures, devotees who are doing this. They're actually seeing the Paramatma inside. Yeah. That's why we greet Hare Krishna. Not just the Namaste. Namaste is my soul from inside this body is greeting your soul inside your body. Hare Krishna is my soul is greeting the soul inside your body and also greeting Krishna inside your body. Hare Krishna. Very personal with name. Name mismo nung Supreme Soul na yon. Kaya sobrang importante being a personalist. They would know Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not just God. Sa yung Supreme Personality of Godhead. Godhead kasi lahat ng demigods, lahat ng incarnation ni Krishna as God din, galing pa rin kay Krishna. Kaya Bhagavad Gita. Siya yung Supreme. So, paano malalaman kung sino yung God? Pag pumunta ka sa Quiapo, siyempre pandemic ngayon, pero pag pumunta ka sa Quiapo, ang daming incarnation ni God doon. In different forms. Tuntua ako when I was, nakwento ko kanina, mahilig ko dati mag-film, nag-shoot. Nakita ko sila doon. Lahat sila incarnation. Pag pumunta ka sa India, ang dami rin incarnation. Diba? Self-proclaimed incarnation. Pero ito yung qualification, how to know who is God. Who is the Supreme Personality of God. Ito yun, Bhagavan. Yung 6 opulences na to, he is the most wealthiest. Siya yung pinakamayaman sa lahat. Basically, God owns everything here. Lahat ng meron ka ngayon, even may titulo pa yan, certification or nakapangalan sa'yo, is just temporary. You just own that for, let's say, 80 years. Caretaker lang talaga tayo na meron dito sa mundong to. We don't own them. We don't own anything. So, power is all-powerful. Yeah. Yung mga yogi can meditate, could lift yung sarili nila, levitate sila for a few inches. Krishna could make all the planets levitate. In a nice form and may mga axis pa sila. Just small feature of Krishna. He's all powerful. Famous, of course. Until now, thousands of years, one will are looking for Krishna. Even his different names. Even his devotees and pure devotees. All fame. Yung mga sikat ngayon, after 100 years, makakalimutan mo na sila. History na lang sila. Pag gumala ka nga sa Manila, hindi mo nakilala yung mga may statwa doon eh. Diba? Sino yan? Sino yung pag pumunta kay sa Binondo, di ba yung mga statue rin? Sino to? Babasahin mo, tas di mo rin kilala. The fame here in the material world is, in this earth, sobrang lang siya. Sobrang bilis lang niya. Diba? I've talked to people asking kung kilala nila yung members ng Beatles. Especially the new generation. Hindi nila kilala. So yung fame, very temporary. Beauty, Krishna is all attractive. Everyone is attracted to him. Even Cupid. Si Cupid na yung nag-a-arrange. Si Cupid si Kandarpa, doon galing sa scriptures din siya. Siya yung nag-a-arrange, pinapana ka niya. May 5 types of arrow. Discuss natin next time. Pag napana ka niya, you will be attracted to someone. Yan. Doon galing yon si Kandarpa. Pero even Kandarpa, Cupid, sobrang ganda niya. Millions of Kandarpas, millions of Cupids are attracted to Krishna. He's all attractive one. Yan, sobrang yung beauty niya. Knowledge, of course, sa kanya nga galing yung Vedas eh. And all what we know now is galing din sa scriptures. And all that we have studying this material energy ni Krishna in this world. Even aralin mo yung table of elements, aralin mo yung virus, aralin mo yung physics. Si Krishna is doing that. He made it, by the way. And Krishna is all renounced. He's aloof with this. Tayo attached tayo sa onting knowledge na alam natin. Onting beauty na meron tayo. Onting wealth na meron tayo. Krishna even, siya yung source ng mga to, cause of all causes. He's renounced. A person could have, syempre pwede kang si Pacquiao na sobrang lakas mo in boxing. Diba? Or mayaman din siya. Pero he will not be all knowledgeable. He will not, one way or the other, meron yung isang tao, magkakaroon ng isa or dalawa na qualities na to. But not in full and not all of it. Meaning of Bhagavan, lahat ng 6 na to, siya yung full and lahat ng 6 na to, meron siya. So if one is claiming na he is God, tignan mo yung lifestyle niya, tingnan mo siya rin. Even in the internet, ang dami nagka-claim na God sila having all the followers. Pero they're not even beautiful. Di mahaba lang yung balbas nila, tapos may turban lang sila, God na sila. No. One should have all these qualities. So, yung scriptures is very detailed. Kasi kay Krishna galing to. So, who again will realize Krishna? Those who are personalists. Those who are meditating on his form, personal form. Yan, si Adam may question daw. I thought Krishna is the 8th incarnation of Vishnu. Is that true? Krishna is the source ni Vishnu. And from Vishnu in the creation, may mga incarnation din siya. In detail, may discussion dyan sa Srimad Bhagavatam sa mga incarnation ni Krishna. Yan. It is just parang nag-micro expansion, tingin lang sa isang tao. May micro view sa expansion ni Krishna, kaya 8 yung tawag, incarnation ni Vishnu. Kasi si Krishna bumabasa as Krishna himself in this pastime. So that is accurate understanding. So it is just establishing that what we are studying, the yoga philosophy, is coming from Krishna. It is eternal and it is accurate kasi it was being passed down by teachers and students. We don't want to be fooled studying all our lives yung mga bagay na inimbento lang ng isang author. So yes, this is very quick. Demigods and Godhead. So maraming demigod. Andiyan sila Ganesh, si Brahma, si Buddha, another Bathala. In Philippines, si Bathala is also Indra. They're praising Bathala to make para umulan. That's Indra, that's his duty. So mga demigods. They're praising the earth, they're worshiping earth. They're praising the demigod Bhumi. So si Cupid, si Kandarpa yon. So ang dami. Si sa wealth, si Kuvera. So sila yung mga demigods. They are also souls like us. If you have good karma, you could be in the heavenly planets. You could be also a demigod. Pero pag demigod ka, may mga duties ka, just like these demigods. Just like a president, or sa congressman yan, or sa senator man yan. Parang ganoon din sila, may mga duties sila. After their term, after their karma sa heavenly planets, they will go down to be a human. So demigods lang sila. Yan, part and parcel, soul din sila. Pero we must respect them kasi they are in that position. But hindi natin sila kailangan i-worship with all our lives. Si Brahma and Shiva, yan. Even them worships Vishnu or Krishna. Kung makikita yung mga picture ni Shiva, ni Brahma, may mga chanting beads din sila, right? Even si Ganesh, they're chanting Krishna's name. Godhead, siya yung source ng mga demigods. Kaya fountainhead or Godhead. So we are just learning ano yung ibig sabihin ng God. Not just God. God is a general word. Dito yung name niya. So again, yoga is to link knowing this. That is what we're doing now, the transcendental knowledge. Ito yung chapter natin. This is Jnana Yoga. This is yoga with Gyan, knowledge. Last time is the actions. Now, knowledge. So, ito yung letter R natin sa ears. Mabilis lang to. Karma. Ito yung very madaming misconception yung tao, di ba? Sana makarma ka. O, karma mo yan kasi. No, yung karma is not just bad. What you do, ito yung reaction nun. No, yung karma, actually, the word karma is good karma. Good reaction. Mali natin ginagamit yan. But of course, syempre, we don't have the knowledge with that. Pero at least, may alam natin yung, lalo na sa Philippines, alam natin yung word na karma. Pero yung V karma is the bad karma, bad reactions. So, wag nyo kalimutan, V is bad karma. Repercussion, same. So, what could have good karma? That is the reason bakit may pinapanganak na mayaman, pinapanganak with beauty, pinapanganak with kapansanan or with poverty. Kung saan ka pinapanganak. Sino yung mga kasama mo? It is because of your karma before. Bad and good karma. But sila yung kasama mo ngayon. Sila yung mga attachment mo rin. Sometimes, tell me if it is true. Sometimes, yung mga tao in our previous lives na nagawa natin ng masama or nagawa tayo ng masama or kaaway natin, nagbigay tayo ng mga bad karma with each other. So, syempre, karma yon. We have to receive the reaction. Sometimes, in this life, ipapanganak sila very close to us. As kamag-anak mo, as boyfriend mo or asawa mo, or minsan yung anak mo. Kaya, that is the explanation. Minsan, yung mga close natin, yung nagbibigay sa atin ng sobrang pain. Ako to si Carlo, yung maming daw niya. Pwede. Or baka ikaw yung karma ng mami mo. So yes, that explains the reason. We're too, yung attachment natin hindi lang doon sa mga friends, sa loved one natin. Minsan sa kaaway natin, we're too attached. Lagi tayo nag-meditate doon sa kaaway natin kasi galit na galit tayo. Mas iniisip mo pa siya kaysa doon sa mahal mo sa buhay. Diba? Yung pain na sinabi niya or gusto mong gumante or battery pa sa kanya, nakikita mo yung Facebook niya. Or may envy or envy sa sayo. Nag-iisip man kayo palagi yung meditation nyo, palaging sa isa't isa. So we have to check our meditation kasi it is part of karma. Kung ano yung attraction mo doon. So kaya importante yung forgiveness, importante yung moving on. Diba? Kasi it will just continue yung cycle ng karma na yun. So yes, minsan, galing yan sa loved one natin. It is a chance para baguhin yung karma na yun, let it pass. If you receive it, okay, sige. Could think, maybe in my past life, sinaktan din kita, bakit nagawa mo yun. Pero pag gumanti ka, another karma ulit for next life or this life. So, cycle pa rin siya. So, a yogi could be seeing this in the bigger picture. Okay, maybe this is my karma. And one could decipher then and think bakit sila mga swerte sa ibang bagay, yung fortune nila, is coming from their good karma in the past. They've done something really good. Nag-donate sila ng hospital, nag-donate sila sa good person. Bakit sila dadating ngayon? So, hindi nakukuha sa sipag lang. May kasama yung fortune doon. So, pareho siya. Endeavor ngayon and the fortune, yun nangyari doon sa past. May maraming sobrang sipag ngayon, pero wala. Hindi talaga dadating. Even in form of money. Wala namang ginagawa na nanalo sa loto, diba? Biglang may money na dadating. You know. So, it goes hand in hand. The endeavor and the faith. So, pareho. That is karma, good and bad. Actually, sad but true, yung bad and good karma are also considered as unwanted baggages. Even the good karma. Bakit? It will make us stay here in the material world, enjoying. Tingin lang natin na it is good, it is bad. It is still the same. It is all temporary. Nilipas siya. So, ano nang gagawin ngayon? ang aim ng yoga is to do a karma. No bad and no good karma. A karma is A, palagi sa scriptures, pag nilagay yung A sa umpisa, sa prefix, nagiging siya, nothing. No karma. Here is Krishna consciousness because the activity will be spiritualized. Ang nagigain mo is spiritual karma, which is outside nung living natin dito. Breaking the cycle of birth and death. Anong result? Anong reaction? Going back to Krishna. So that is the meditation, that is the chanting, the study. So paano gagawin ko, Radhacharan? Pupunta uli ako sa forest? Hindi nga. Again, this is doing our duty, pero ano na yung consciousness mo? Ano na yung thinking mo? Same pa rin, gagawin mo pa rin yung ginagawa ng like si Arjuna, warrior pa rin siya. Pero magbabago yung consciousness niya. That is why this is called Krishna consciousness. So parang kumukonekta na siya from the stories ni Krishna sa life natin. We don't have to quit unless you are working as a assassin. Hindi ko lang kung may assassin dito. Or ano mo yun, very abominable job. Pero what you are doing now as an artist and all, your dharma, swadharma, could be connected sa dharma natin. That will be a karma. Krishna conscious. Just like, again, si George Harrison, made all his music, yung album niya, All Things Must Pass. You read it, para ka nagbabasa ng Bhagavad Gita. Lahat ng teaching sa Bhagavad Gita nilagay niya doon. So, same, ginamit. Diba? If you're a teacher, then teach about this philosophy. Not even directly. Or cook ka, then cook. To offer to Krishna, then you can distribute. So, madaming ways that we will learn sa Bhagavad Gita. Ayun yung actually teachings. Doing what we do now, pero different yung consciousness. Kaya siya Krishna consciousness. That is yoga. So, that is removing reaction. Para mawala yung reaction natin, good and bad. We transfer yung consciousness natin. That is the greatest revolution. Hindi yung mag-rally lang tayo, away lang tayo, paltan yung mga leader, pero the other leaders that will go there is also not a saintly leader, will be only different name but same, different flavor of poison. The greatest revolution that we could start is starting with our own self, our own consciousness. Bakit ko nasabi yon? I grew up as a punk kid wearing mohawk. First day ko sa temple, naka-mohawk ako. I was 13 years old ako noon. Pero, yeah. So, having this fire. I'll fight for the animals. I'll fight for freedom. Pero we should start pala in ourselves. Spiritual revolution is the greatest revolution. So, ito na. Ang tagal ng introduction to go to our 4.34. Having all this learning, how we should know, how we should learn, paano natin matututunan? That is letter S. Wow, Prabhu Mohawk. Wala na akong makitang picture ko dati. Pero, yeah, that's true. Kakaibang story lang. Yan. So, yan. Seeking truth by knowledge of Krishna consciousness or Jnana Yoga. So, again, let's discuss. Jnani is impersonalist or just knowledge. Matalino tayo rito. Or intelligence. We have high IQ. Pwede yun. That's material intelligence. Jnana Yoga is spiritual intelligence. We want to have both, not just one. The Swadharma and the Dharma. We need both of it. Kaya if you're doing things you're doing now, be better. Gawin mo na maayos. Be the best teacher that you can be. Be the best artist. Because you have the greatest reasons. Just like Arjuna, siya yung best sa soldier na yun. Pero yung consciousness niya, very straight, Very clear. Hindi siya naliligaw sa result. Hindi siya attached dun sa money lang. Kasi, he is Krishna conscious. The greatest addition sa ginagawa mo sa buhay mo ngayon, only the consciousness. Which is, lagi natin na neglect. What's your consciousness while you're doing that? Napapaisip tuloy si Ivanka. So, ito lang. Jnana and Jnana Yoga. Dito tayo sa Jnana Yoga. Both we need this. Jnana is just knowing the things. Diba? Expert ka sa MacBook. Diba? Parang ako na problema ngayon, nawawala yung maraming file ko kasi tinago ni iCloud. I'm not expert with iCloud. So, I'm looking for the expert of iCloud. So, parang ganon. Both, at least alam mo. So, you can use both in the service, in the consciousness. Again, that's yoga. Connecting that. So, this is our verse for today. Tadvidi paripatena paripasena sevaya. Upadekshayante te gyanam gyaninas tatvardarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively in humble mood and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. He has seen the truth because it was being passed down from Krishna down to this generation. This is uncharted field yung meron tayo rito sa material world. Para pumunta sa forest, ako mahilig ako nung college mag-mountain climbing. Pag wala kang guide, walang track doon, maliligaw ka. Like all forest. Like dito sa likod ng, sa villa, pagpunta ka sa likod ng forest na yan. Walang track, or walang nag-guide sa'yo, maliligaw ka. This is material world. Pwede tayo maligaw anytime, one click lang. Si Emma, nakita kami yesterday, naligaw-ligaw sila. QC na yun Taga-QC na rin siya. Same. Ako, hindi ko kabisado yung North. Sino yung guide ko? Si Waze. Yeah. Because meron siyang bird's eye view. Meron siyang satellite view. Same. This life is very much nakakaligaw. Uncharted, like a forest. Pagpunta mo doon, di mo alam. Walang direction ka. That is our life. Maraming pwedeng libangan, madaming fruits, ang ganda ng puno, may stream, may water, may gandang sunset, pero may danger. There could be snake, there could be tiger, there could be tiger. Side kwento. Yung video kanina na sa China na plinay habang ginagawa namin yon. One day, we have to hide. Kasi communist country yon. Ayaw nila ng mga yoga doon. Yung mga foreigner kami, nag-hide kami. Nagharap kami ng tiger na lang. Doon sa likod ng hotel. May tiger daw kasi doon sa part sa China. In short, wala kami nakita. Nag-travel kami ng ilang oras sa forest. Pag-akit namin, sabi, bakit ito na yun? Deep in the forest, napunta kami sa golf course. Wala yung goal. Tapos kumain na lang kami ng doon, ng apple doon sa tree sa golf course. But anyway, this life is just like a forest. Nakakaligaw, nakakalibang, pero walang direction. The only way for us to traverse this is those who have seen kung ano yung forest na to. Those who have bird's eye view or from darkness, sila yung may light, sila yung may lamp. Those are the teachers natin, gurus that could guide us. Kasi may guru din sila that guided them here. Tapos may guru din, which is directly connected to the Supreme, kay Krishna. Si Krishna mismo yung nag-establish nung line na yon. And pag nagbe-break yon, bababa siya, ayusin niya ulit. Every time, every millennium, bababa siya. And tuwing bumababa siya, nasa scriptures nakalagay kailan siya bumababa. Bago pa siya bumaba dito, nakalagay na sa scriptures yun. So no one could claim na siya yon. Even si Lord Buddha yung bumaba siya rito, nasa scriptures na thousands of years ago pa lang. Even si Krishna ganun din. Even si Lord Chaitanya, ganun. Sometimes yung mga devotees niya, pag bumababa rito, pinapababa niya sa material world. Nakalagay na rin sa scriptures yun. So, your future is in the book. For you to see the future, nandiyan sa Bhagavad Gita rin yun. Anyway, these are the gurus. Two types of gurus. Diksha Guru is the one who will give you initiation para ma-connected ka dun sa line na yun. Shiksha Guru is giving you the instructions. How you will traverse this forest. So, Diksha Guru is the one giving you the initiation. He can also give you instructions. Sometimes hindi. Because of distance, you will meet pero you have to live in different countries. But of course, ngayon may internet, you could always seek instructions at teacher. Siksha Guru is giving us instructions. Pwede mo talungin. They will personally know you. They personally know your stories. You can ask directly from them. Kaya importante to. So why do we need a guru? Because they are our guide in living this life. They are our light sa darkness of this life. Because we're always feeling lost, feeling empty. They're also our mentor, how we will live this life. Again, they could give advices and instructions. Meron pa rin tayong free will to do it or not. Papag-usapan natin yung free will na yan. So these are the gurus. We need it according to scriptures kasi even si Krishna, bumababa siya rito in different forms. Nagkakaroon din siya ng guru. Si Krishna mismo yan na because he's trying to live kung ano yung tinuturo niya. Si Krishna, may guru siya, Sandipani Muni. Bumaba sa Lord Chaitanya, may guru din siya, Ishvarapuri. Lahat. Even yung guru mo dapat, may guru din siya. Because that is kasama sa manual ng scriptures. We need guru for us to really understand, to really live yung knowledge na tinuturo sa atin, or Jnana Yoga, saka yung Karma Yoga, our actions. So that is the importance of guru. Now, what to do, Radhacharan? So, we would meet our guru, one or the other. May nag-message sa akin sa realization niya. If the student is ready, guru will come. That is true. The more sincere we are, even we could pray to Krishna, to God, or whatever name you're using. Sino yung papadala niya sa'yo? Not directly him. He will send you a guru. And if one, ito yun, sa second line, ano yung kailangan gawin ng isang student? Inquire submissively. Ginawa ni Arjuna yan. Sa 2.7, inaral natin. Please instruct me, and my soul surrendered unto you. Now I'm your disciple. Inquire submissively. Anong mood? Submissive, in a humble position. Bakit tayo nag-start palagi in the mood of humility? That is how to become a student. And render service. Try to serve. Hindi siya one-way relationship like material relationship. It is love, that relationship. You also render service. How could I assist you, my teacher? You inquire submissively and render service. Then the self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So in your relationship ng student sa guru, if one is very sincere, God will give him the teacher, Diksha or Siksha Guru. And those Siksha Guru giving you instruction, he will direct you also to the Diksha Guru kung saan ka mag-take shelter sa initiation. Hindi siya instant lang natapos ka rito sa course natin, may Diksha Guru ka na. Hindi siya certification, natapos ka rito, certified ka na, no. It is by qualification, by our practice. And when we serve the Guru, we please the Guru, Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru, they could easily give Krishna to us. So it's a loving relationship. So do I need a Guru? Personally, I would say yes because galing sa authority, Guru, Sadhu, and Sastra. Sabi ng Sastra, sabi ng mga Guru and ng mga saintly person, one need a Guru. Definitely, all of us is seeing a lot sa paligid natin as our Guru. You went to school, may Guru ka doon. Diba? You went to YouTube, how to tie, how to clean the car. Diba? Lahat. You're seeing as a guru in material aspect. Pero in our spiritual life, we cannot find a material guru na magtuturo ng spiritual life natin. We need to find a spiritual teacher. So, we think, of course, yung mga spiritual teacher natin. One of it, sa line na yun, is Srila Prabhupada. Kasi he is giving us the access, even just translating yung mga Sanskrit na to na relevant and understandable sa atin. So, my answer is yes. It is basing on the scriptures. Even also Krishna is saying, yes, one should need a guru. And how to find that guru, we will learn. Ano yung qualification ng guru? Not the bogus one. Not following it blindly. We need to study, question, learn na yung tao na ba yun, yung guru na ba yun, living the life kung ano yung tinuturo niya. And living yung based on scriptures. And pina-follow niya rin yung guru niya. If your guru doesn't have any guru, hindi siya totoo. Hindi siya genuine. So that is mga qualification na ito. Or yung in-study natin na Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodag Vegam. Yung qualification ng guru is that first mantra ng Nectar of Instruction. Those may bundle, sila Emma, makikita mo yun. Qualification yun ng isang teacher, isang spiritual teacher. Even a yoga teacher should be qualified, not just certified. So yes, thank you very much. For sure, may mga questions kayo on realizations. I've read yung mga assignment nyo, napakaganda. I'm like, yeah, worth it yung puyat. Kakabasa ng mga yun. Hindi ko pala na-replyan lahat. So this is Eternal Education and we're going in a little bit over time. Please forgive me. Eternal Education because this knowledge is coming from Krishna himself and eternal siya. Since Krishna is eternal, hindi siya ginawa somewhere along the line. And he also protects this, Krishna himself, para ma-pass down hanggang umabot sa generation natin. That is why this is the accurate understanding, not just by speculation. May basis on authority, guru, sadhu, and sastra, the scriptures, the teachers, and the saintly persons. And of course, galing kay Krishna. What it does, it removes our unwanted baggages, the karmas. And what we need to do is do the akarmic activities. Paano? Starting by changing our consciousness, which is we should be Krishna conscious. That is the highest form of yoga. How to live that? We should seek the truth by the knowledge of Krishna consciousness or Jnana Yoga by seeking a spiritual master. Inquire and render service. How? Lalo na sa Siksha Guru or instructional, I've appreciate yung ibang student who asked me, yes, we should let them know, could you be my Siksha Guru? Let them know. Or you will be my instructional guru. So, spiritual teacher. Of course, if Diksha Guru siya, he could give you Diksha if one is qualified. If not, they will give you directly to Diksha Guru. So yes, I would like everyone to invite Sunday. Supposedly, wala tayong class noon. Pero para tayo may field trip. Kung napanood yung mga videos a while ago, those who are having the retreats for the meditation yoga philosophy in actual, in different places, they are meeting a Diksha Guru, a spiritual master. Also my spiritual master, Giridhari Swami. Disciple siya ni Srila Prabhupada, which is coming from the line of disciplic succession. He is giving a class this Sunday. So I'll ask permission to him na maka-attend tayo. Sunday, 8 to 9. So, yes. I'm giving a class also, another class, 11 to 12 on Sunday. Pero wala tayong 9 to 10 that time. So, I'll post the link sa Zoom so we could attend a class. You will be given by a spiritual teacher, a Diksha Guru. He is also my Diksha Guru. So, yes, I'm acting also a service as Diksha Guru in other students. Maraming salamat. This is the ears, this transcendental knowledge. And bago tayo, habang nagbubukas kayo ng camera, this is the assignment. Advanced reading. Essay writing contest tayo. Nagugustuhan yung mga essay ninyo. Ato wala nang kopyahan. Hindi kayo makakakopya sa mga klase nyo ngayon. Essay. Don't be pressured mag-English. Mag-Taglish kayo, yes. If mag-Ilonggo kayo o Bisaya, you could do so. Pero hingi ako ng mga tulong sa mga translator natin dito. So yes, please do so. This is the advanced reading. 5.29 and 6.47. Those who are watching sa YouTube, please still do and participate sa ating mga assignments. I'm still reading them. Yan, habang nag-open kayo ng camera. Thank you very much for joining our meditation and yoga philosophy class. We are going deeper and deeper and unfolding many layers in understanding this yoga philosophy. As we move forward, we will understand bakit natin ginagawa tong yoga na to. Not just for exercise and being flexible, but we are learning a lot. And it will be um, void if we are not trying to apply it in our life. Papasok sa isang tenga, lalabas. We will have the full experience kapag in-apply natin sa buhay natin. Kasi everything is easier said than done. So, chat-chat tayo and chat-chat, pero picture muna tayo kasi nag-drive pa si Christine habang nasa stoplight siya. Bago siya mahuli ng ano. Asa na siya? Yan. Smile tayo, everyone. Yan. Huwag ka papahuli, ha. 1, 2, 3. Si Gail, yung anak mo ba yan? Sabi mo sama siya. 1, 2, 3, smile. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm always humbled and honored being with your presence. Hindi kompleto yung umaga pag di ko kayo kasama. But also, hindi rin kompleto yung araw ko pag di ako nagbabasa ng mga realizations ninyo and being in touch. Next week, I'll be again visiting Manila. I'll meet others. Nakapila na yan yung mga friends ni Sha. Then others for sure. And let me know, of course, if you're in the area. Yung si Adam, huwag ka malungkot. Magbabataan tayo next time. Bababa tayo sa Bataan. Diba? Sasama daw yung iba. Maraming salamat and always honorable and honored. If you need to do your duties now, again, do it better than yung normal na ginagawa natin because we have a deeper meaning and relationship. And also, we know, now are understanding with great consciousness. Do it best kasi yung inspiration natin is a spiritual inspiration. Be sensitive with others as well. Everyone is fighting their own battle. We don't have to push our learnings. Ay, natutunan ako sa yoga philosophy. Dapat ganito ka na rin. No. We cannot push it in their own, sa mga throats nila. But we could share this consciousness. If they want to read the book, then better. If they want to meditate, then teach them. But if they're not asking for it, better share it by our own actions in the form of humility. Last time I checked, ewan ko kayo rin for sure, action still speaks louder than words. Maraming salamat, Joanne, Emma, Ivanka, si Jenny, hello, si Adam, si McCoy, si RJ. Si RJ hindi ko pa nakakausap, chat tayo. Si Diana, si RA, si Oliver, hindi pa ako nakasagot na message sa'yo. Si JM din, hindi ko pa nakakausap. Si Noemi, si Jillian, si Kelly, yan. Si Veronica, si Josh, si Pebs, si Alette, si Milk. Ganda ng sunflower na painting niya. Si Gail, Princess Elaine, si Nicole, si Nell, si Aris, and Sha Mataji, which is aking sobrang fairy godmother ko sa pagdating sa cookies. In between classes, kinakain ko yung mga binibake niyang cookies on pantry. And if you need books, you cannot just talk to me. You can talk to Trina, si Sha, andyan si Jinky, andyan si Jonah, and si Christine sa ating group chat. And if you have questions, then they attended the hanggang ngayon umattend nga si Sha, naka 4 batch na siyang umattend. They could answer your questions as well. Specifically, of course, they're also in same with almost everyone. Kasi I'm living in the temple, they could answer yung mga practical questions ninyo. Don't be shy to send them messages. Very sila, kind and accommodating. So if you need to do anything, pagluto nyo na yung mga anak ninyo para hindi sila magalit sa akin pag nakita nila ako. Ito yung nagkapagutom sa akin kasi attend si mama sa classes. And if you want to stay and share your sharing and realizations and questions, you could stay. I could be here for some time. Next class ko is 11 pa naman. Pantry, love the cookies. Best cookies ever. Ewan ko may makapantay doon. Actually, lahat favorite ko. Sa spiritual world daw, lahat superlative. Si Krishna, lahat superlative. You will not see yung mga best lang. Lahat nakikita niyo yung best. Kasi he's appreciating the love and devotion. Yan, wako parbu mohawk. Not just the fashion mohawk to when I was younger. Yeah. Yung mga vegan activists ngayon, we were back then much more hindi pa uso yung vegan nun. Me and my friends were hirap ikwento pero yeah, been running around. We're the activists back early 2000s. Hindi pa uso nun pero yeah. But I find it much more revolutionizing, focusing on spirituality, gaining and sharing this spiritual knowledge. And mas maraming nagiging in the plant-based diet spiritually, not just by letting them hate other people because they're not vegan or vegetarian. Yeah, I find it fascinating then. Those who are parang bago mag-vegan, sila rin yung galit na galit. I believe kindness will be a much more effective way. Just in my personal experience, 20 years of practice. So yan. Nakonsensya ako sa mga niluto ko, Prabhu. Okay. Don't worry. Pray to Krishna. Sabi nga, binalita sa akin, Mako, hindi mo raw tinitikman yung niluluto mo. Chant. Continue to chant. Yan. Krishna will make better arrangement, pero hindi mo kailangan magmadali. Hindi mo kailangan magmadali. Continue mo lang. Yeah, if that's your work now, that's your bread and butter, you're supporting, pray to Krishna. Krishna will make arrangement. Ang daming may ganyang experience. May nakilala ako, slow, nga siya eh. Matador siya mismo eh. He's praying to Krishna how Krishna is working. He's the supreme controller. He's giving us better directions. Yan. Matador siya pero vegetarian na siya that time. Pero hindi siya makaalis doon because of his responsibilities. Yeah. So tuloy lang, don't make it a reason not to follow yung spiritual path because meron tayong sitwasyon ngayon. Radha Charan, meron akong dami kong pinapakain, ang dami kong trabaho, ang dami kong di ba? Hindi mo na ako, late na ako magpa-practice ng spiritual life, no? We don't know when we will die. So this is the best time. Krishna have arranged kaya tayo nandito. So better grab the opportunity. Yung mga other reasons natin, that is just the temptation and our ego. Kasi gusto natin mag-enjoy pa. Gusto natin nandun pa tayo sa illusion. They're sending us teachers, grab the opportunity. Yan. So continue kahit mahirap. Hindi siya madali talaga. Spiritual path is hindi siya madali. Kasi we've been in the comfort zone of this material path natin. Not just this lifetime. In many lifetimes. Sobrang komportable. Sinasabi ng mind mo, bakit ka ba na mag-visit araw? Bakit ka ba magka-chant? Pwede ka naman mag-cellphone lang. Diba? Or pwede ka naman uminom lang para relax ka na. Or mag-volumes or mag-drugs. The mind will dictate you a lot of things. Pero ayun nga yung goal natin, to be the master of the mind. So, continue lang, Prabhu. Padayon lang. There will be better arrangement. There will be better choices for us. So, yeah, madaming may ganyang story. And I've met also, naglokohan tayo kanina yung work niya, assassin siya. I've met a person from mga CEOs, artista, mayayaman, and up to the most abominable work and job. Nakakausap na rin ako ng totoong real-life assassin. Na pang movie talaga yung buhay niya. Pero, yeah, he's not sleeping sound in the evening and he wants to chant, he wants to change. Pero hindi pa siya makaalis doon. Ay, hindi talaga siya makakaalis. He is practicing Krishna consciousness until now, very, how they call it, low-key. Kasi ang dami niyang past karma na, kailangang gugulin. Pero we just told him, don't stop, chant. Change your lifestyle, read. Diba? One way or the other, yeah. He is living as a monk, not in the temple, but nakatago siya. But he's changing his life. Most abominable or most so high in the society as work. Same formula, changing the consciousness into Krishna consciousness. So lahat tayo may past, even not just this lifetime, even the past lives. Ang dami nating past. The way is to move forward. Pero pinakamadali yun kapag we are in the association of like-minded person. Diba ang sarap mag-chant pag sama-sama tayo? Pag mag-isa ka na lang, parang rada siya ng hirap. Yung mind ko mas kumakawala. So that is the power of association and having a teacher. Or siksha guru. It will be easier kasi meron tayong flashlight dun sa dilim. Nicole, is there such thing as meant to be na guru mo? Like destined maging guru mo? Or any guru that comes in your life can be destined po? Yes, actually. Our guru, if not ngayon natin sila makita, actually, yung guru natin are looking for us. Guru na natin siya in our previous lives. We're just stubborn not to become really following yung instruction nila going near to kay Krishna. Walang meant to be in this life. Kaya nga may soulmate, di ba? Previous lives, attached na kayo sa isa't isa. Soulmates kayo in love. Minsan yung kaaway mo, soulmate mo na rin siya in a kaaway form, kaaway context, with bad karma. Or sometimes yung soulmate mo, with good karma, kasama na rin sa bad karma yun. Soulmate pa rin kayo. Matagal na kayong nagmamahalan at nag-aaway. Tinutuloy nyo na lang. What more pa yung spiritual na mga relationship? Your guru is actually looking for you this lifetime. Krishna is even looking for you this lifetime and in the previous lives, in the future lives. Doon na pumapasok ang free will. What will be your choices? Balik bisyo ka ba? Relapse? Balik old habits? Diba? Ang hirap eh. Saka na lang. Diba? Ito muna ako. Ang dami kong problema. Ito muna ako. So, problema mo pa rin yun, pero mas harapin mo ng mas maayos. Vices mo pa rin yun, old habits mo pa rin yun, pero mas harapin mo na maayos. Not escaping. You have to face your own demons. You have to face your own bad habits, your own problems. You have to face it, but much more, best, hindi lang more, in the best situation, best consciousness. Kasi, di ba yung umpisa natin, sino yung kakampi mo? Pipiliin mo sa mga battles mo. Krishna. And sino yung best representation ni Krishna that you could talk to now? That is the spiritual teacher. That is the guru. So yes, may meant to be na guru. If ngayon mo siya nakita or ngayon kanya nakita or matagal ka na yung hinahanap in the previous life. Kaya minsan or madalas, even my experience, you will experience a real great connection. Parang ang magic na na-meet mo siya uli. Tapos, ang natural, parang long lost friend kayo na nagkita uli. Ganun siya ka-natural. Iba yung pakiramdam. Enlightened, anong tanong ni Adam? Yan, sorry nalagpasan ko. Yan, Adam, question, there are so many versions, I'm kind of confused on the origins of Krishna. There was also the version of Rama. Rama is also incarnation of Krishna. He existed before this past time, 5,000 years ago. Many yugas pa siya. Pero si Krishna is many yugas pa. Bumaba siya as Lord Ram, bumaba siya as Lord Nishingadev, as Kapila, and also bumaba siya as Krishna 5,000 years ago. Si Krishna pa rin yun. Kaya siya yung Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of God. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it will be discussed yung detail na yun. Sige, I'll show you para hindi kayo... I don't know kung... Ayaw nga pala, wala yung... tingnan ko kung bumalik dahil. Wala, tinago ni iCloud. May illustration ako dito. Yung Krishna, paano bumaba sila Buddha, sila Rama, ano. I'll show it to you. Hanapin ko ulit. Si iCloud kasi tinago yung mga files ko. But anyway, don't be confused. Just continue to study. We will learn much more. So, because ang dami lang names, ang dami lang terminologies. But actually, just like many of you have told me, parang alam ko na to dati, parang nire-review ko lang. Parang unnatural. Kasi alam mo na talaga dati to. Our soul is actually knowledgeable eternally. Pero because of yung mga karmas na pinatong-patong natin, yung unwanted baggages, it seems nakakalimutan natin itong mga to. O it seems di natin alam. Pero nakakalimutan lang talaga natin siya. So we are just reviewing. So may onting confusion, pero alam mo na siya, you're not the body. Alam mo naman, pag tinitignan mo na yung katawan mo your soul, diba? Parang, okay, 50 years na yung body ko. So if mga meditator ka or mystic ka or nag-psychedelic ka, may ganong feeling. Hindi ako tong body na to eh. You're just traveling. You're just spending your time here in the material world. So don't worry. We will revive that knowledge. Yes, that's why Krishna is the Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of God. But si Krishna rin si Rama, Ramachandra. Remember, we're chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Siya rin yun. Incarnation din niya yun. Sita Ram. And si Srimati Radharani is also Sita. So, yung partner niya. In different pastimes. But si Krishna, yung Supreme Personality. Yan. Hindi nga po. Luto lang ako ng luto. Hindi ko natitikman. Yes. Yan. Sarapan mo lang kasi baka magalit yung boss mo. Magluto ka. O kaya patigin mo sa iba. One way or the other, Prabhu. better arrangement will be there. Tuloy lang. Chant ka pa rin. So, kausapin mo si Krishna. So it doesn't mean we're chanting, you don't have to talk to Krishna. Talk to Krishna. Reveal your heart. Although, alam niyo na sa heart natin, you can reveal your heart. Di ba meron tayong 5 relationships first na sa assignment natin? You will notice how you talk to Krishna. You will see ano yung mga relationship na yon. Diba? Hi, Hannah. So, naman, baka si Emma. In chapter 6, kan Jesus Christ, incarnation of Krishna. Sa, Jesus is, yung tinawag siyang Christ, because the meaning of Christ is Christos. Meaning Christos is Krishna. He's actually an Satya best avatar. He's an empowered devotee of Krishna. That's why he's praying, Our Father who art in heaven. Di niya sinasabi, I am God. If you sign off the cross in the Father, the Son is the Son. So, yeah, some should, of course, in all respect and prayers, one should worship Jesus as the Son of God. But even Jesus Christ is not claiming He's God. He's praying to God. Forgive them, Father, for they don't know what they're doing. Diba? He's praying. So he is a empowered or Sakya best avatar. In India, his name is Isha. So those who are really into history and stories ni Jesus Christ, may missing link yung stories niya. Diba nung nag-miracle siya, turning water into wine, walking in waters and all. Ewan ko kung walking in waters, bata pa ba siya? Anyway, miracle niya. Tapos nawala, bumalik siya nung baptism niya sa Jordan River. Yung mga tao have missing link. There's a book, sabi. Hindi ko alam kung paano papatunayan yun kasi, of course, these scriptures, ang daming walang guru and disciple relationship. So, maraming version sila. Pero may missing link daw. He went to India. Kaya yung robe niya, diba? Yung teachings niya is very a big resemblance sa Vedas. He's also a guru. May disciple siya, diba? May guru din siya. May disciple siya. Ang problema yung disciple niya did not become a good student, a good disciple. How could I say that? Look at Judas. Yung disciple niya betrayed him. So supposedly dapat we should be a good disciple, inquiring and serving. But because of illusion, Judas betrayed his guru. And ganun din, ang guru is taking the karma of his disciple. Diba ganun din yung teaching of Christ, taking the sins. Pero it doesn't mean that's your excuse that you could sin. No, it will be your karma. Pero that moment you're fresh, you're like newly born in your initiation. So, yeah, yung resemblance ng teachings ni Jesus Christ is coming from the scriptures. Yan. More, pag-usapan natin yan. And I'm not really expert on that, but based on my study since nursery hanggang college, napaliburutan ako ng pare sa kamadre in my school. Until now, marami akong friends pa rin. I was also a sacristan. Makoy, kaya minsan pag tinatanong ko yung katrabaho ko, tikman mo nga kung anong kulang. Yeah. Very practical, yeah. Go. Do whatever the needful is. Sweet to know na yung guru mo yung naghanap sa'yo. Yes, Nicole, thank you for... Yes. The guru is the sweetest. Just like Krishna is the sweetest to Arjuna. Even in the middle of the battlefield, he spent time. Pero wag mo na kayo magulo dyan. Nag-usap pa kami dito. Actually, ganun nangyari talaga sa battlefield. No? Ganun yung nangyari dito sa picture na to. Supposedly, start na yung war na yan. Pero, the inquiry sa guru is very important. Ganun din tayo. We need to inquire. We need to seek shelter. Because we need to have direction. Without that direction, we will feel lost. And I'll tell you, this is a very true story. And based on my experience and experience ng mga those monks and devotees, even practicing bhakti yogi na may mga work and job. Once you have an instruction sa guru, you'll have the meaning in your life. And that instruction is not material. That instruction is how one could be closer to Krishna in much more detailed way how we live their life. Like si Arjuna is receiving an instruction. Even si George Harrison received an instruction from Srila Prabhupada. Then, you share your talent and skills, write songs about Krishna and the relationship in this aspect. Very detailed yung instruction. And yes, he fulfilled that. And the Guru is very pleased. So, it's not selfish instructions. It's a way again to closer kay Krishna. So, talagang nandyan pa kayo na. You can share your realizations din saka mga sharing not just questions. But I appreciate everything. Or a person who has no guru for them. Sakit lang. Is there a possibility that a person has no soulmate or a person? Yeah, pwede naman din. Soulmate in terms ng loved one. Pero there will be soulmate or soulmates in terms of different things na you will need to meet this lifetime because last lifetime you did something great to him. He will help you now. Diba may mga tao, ang gaan-gaan ng loob natin. Diba kahit first time nakita. Basically, you have previous relationship. Even not loved one or partner. Diba? Like a friend. Pero may tao na wala namang ginagawa sa'yo pero irritable ka na. Ang laki ng mata tuloy ni Carla. Yeah, baka previous life magkaaway na kayo. Or ikaw rin, irritable siya sa'yo kasi baka previous life. Diba? Soulmate kayo pero hindi in the term ng intimate love. So madami yan. Yung mga nakapaligid sa atin ngayon, it was connected previously pa lang. Kahit tayo, nakita-kita tayo ngayon. Malamang, dati pa lang, nagkikita-kita na tayo, magkakasama na tayo. Baka hindi sa Zoom, pero sa personal. So, madami. You could only think kung paano, pero we don't have the power to go back. Only Krishna could see. Pero tayo, because of the scriptures, we could see, okay, there's no such thing as incident. Yan. Guru even, much more guru. Much more, madalas doon may connection, previous life pa lang. And also in the future lives. So, kung magiging suwail pa rin tayo ngayon, they have to find us also in the next lives. So, our job is to finish our material life now with the help of Guru and helping each other. It was said that Rama existed noong time nang wala pang laws ng India. No, Bharat Barsha, ang dad niya the Guru is Vasishta. I forgot. Dasarat. King Dasarat yung tatay ni Rama. And they are also emperors. May laws na sa India noon. Kasi ang law ng buong Bharat Barsha is the scriptures. This is the original law book. And Bharat Barsha is the whole earth. They're ruling. Rama will rule yung tatay niya sa Dasarat, emperor, the whole earth. Hindi lang India. It was later na nahati-hati na into continents into other countries. Previously, it was the whole earth. One ruler, emperor, which is a saintly king. Yan. Pag nabasa mo yung Valmiki Ramayan, favorite ko basahin yun. Ang ganda ng stories nila. Ano si Hanuman, Sita, yung mga kapatid niya. Yan. Then, Krishna came once after Rama ruled harshly. Krishna ruled with it. I don't know if totoo yung story na ang tanong kung ano yung binabasa mo, baka gawa na ng author na fictional na author na yan. So, even the books should be in the disciplic succession. Just like Bhagavad Gita, you should read those who have or part ng disciplic succession. Like if you want to read Mahabharat and Ramayan, you should read those who are coming sa sinulat ni Valmiki. Si Valmiki, guru niya si Narada. And si Narada is part ng ating line. Gaudiya Vaishnava. Yung disciplic succession natin. Kung nakikita mo sa introduction, yung last part nun, yung line from Krishna to Brahma, to Narada, to Valmiki. Tapos siya nagsulat ng Ramayan. Kasi people will make a lot of stories kasi it's an epic. They could write a book about Rama. It will be bestseller. Pero they will not be a devotee of Rama. Pero gustong-gusto lang ng story. Maraming different version. They will change. Even Pilipinas, may sariling version sila ng Sitaram. Yung book ko sa Hekasi nung high school ako, tingin nila kay Vishnu, babae. They don't really research. Or wala silang, hindi siya connected in the guru line talaga. So we should know ano yung ini-input natin. Pero yes, Rama did not rule harshly. He is a really great sample ng king. All the presidents now in the whole world should read Rama yan. They will know how to rule. Kasi siya, minurule niyang buong earth. These emperors. Ngayon, parang in-rule natin, ang liit ng Pilipinas lang, ang liit ng Japan. They would learn a lot. Yan. Ask ko lang po, ano relate ng psychedelic sa meditation? This is an artificial means to be in a meditative state. The earth movers. Pero it is not spiritual. They could put you in a situation na mawawala yung mga other thinking mo artificially. They imitate the meditation of monks. Kung kilala mo si Aubrey Marcus, partner ni Joe Rogan sa On It, meron siyang video. One should have the courage to do psychedelic. And the earth movers. In the umpisa nun, the psychedelic is moving. Andiyan pa ba si Josh? Yan. The psychedelic is a way for one to be on that state ng mga monk in meditation. You're actually doing it. You're chanting Krishna's name in that meditative state. Same as the monks. Or even doing the fasting. Pero it is not spiritual. One could start it para ma-curious and magtanong ka. But the realization doesn't mean really true. One could think I am God because of a psychedelic. One could think I'm not the body and seek for the real ones, real spirituality after psychedelic. So it may be a reason one could start spirituality, but it could be a reason one could be delusional. So whatever psychedelic it is, a blot, an LSD, ayahuasca, DMT, sabihin nyo madami ko alam yan. Binasa ko lang yung mga yan. I have previous experience before. Yeah. Pero there was this one story off the chart. Pero recorded pa rin. One monk was really curious about psychedelic. And when I was younger, he gave a talk about meditation in a big psychedelic retreat. Very underground. Bago pa mauso yung ngayon. So yeah, yung mga friends ko yung mga nag-talk doon. I did the talk, speak about meditation. Then, few of those, kinontak ako, tas monk na ako noon, invited me to give a talk again. So I brought this monk na curious sa psychedelic. Tapos nag-talk kami doon and I asked them ano yung realization nila after nung mga psychedelic trip nila. Lakas nga ng tama kasi habang pababa sila doon sa high nila, madaling araw dumating kami mga monk doon sa retreat nila. Parang, alam mo, bumabalik pa tayo sa reality or umaangat ulit tayo? Tawa tuloy ng tawa si Bangka. Parang ganon. So yeah, we talk about scriptures, meditation, and I asked them, ano yung realization nila with all the psychedelic trips nila. Ay, yung mga trip nila, naranasan ko, we're not the body. Kasi umaalis ako sa katawan ko. Pumupunta ako sa mga hayop. Tapos, pinagkitripan siya kasi siya yung tumalon dun sa fish pond. Tapos lahat sila high, kailangan nila sagipin yun. So, lakas ang trip. Tapos yung isa, yung time, haba na sa trip siya, feeling niya ilang taon siya doon kasi may ibang life siya na pupuntahan. Tapos bumalik siya doon. Yung relevance doon ng time. Tapos yung isa, nandun siya, habang na-realize niya, niloloko lang tayo ng media. We are in illusion. So habang naririnig ko yun, natawa ako kasi all throughout their trips, may mga realization nila, tid and beats. Pero pag binasa mo yung Bhagavad Gita, lahat ng trips nila nasa isang page lang or nasa isang class lang natin. Of course, may mga kulay and numbers lang sila na experience doon. What is the use of it without the realizations? Tapos yun pa, some will think, I'm God. Delusional sila. Kasi I could do this, I could do that. So, yeah. So, that's why the highest that you could go is the spiritual knowledge. Yung iba nga hindi naman carry yung mga pinag-uusapan natin because we're talking about death. There's a big explanation about death, the afterlife, the karma, and all. Taas ng tama. So, that's why, even in the psychedelic, yung meron ngayon na psychedelic culture is just latak na meron nung hippie times. 60s. Latak lang yun. Before it was legal even. And most of them are searching for gurus. Ito yung mga story. If you want to read a nice hippie story, find yung Journey Home by Radhanath Swami. Nag-hitchhike siya papunta ng India trying to find a guru, a real guru. And he found one, si Srila Prabhupada. But spoiler alert na yon. That's a plot twist. But yeah, everyone's looking for it kasi Even yung mga nahanap na ng yoga teachers o pseudo gurus could not answer their questions. Punta sila sa mga Mayan beliefs and all. And most of them went to India to find a guru. Iba nandun pa rin hanggang ngayon. Sila yung nasa Gaya. Kaya yung mga trance, yung mga music na ganito originated because of that. Transcendental meditation. Naging trance music na siya. So, very rooted and very wild yung psychedelic trip. And I've met a lot of Krishna conscious devotees ngayon na who were part ng psychedelic culture, ng hippie culture ng 60s. Totally quit everything and they found yung real spirituality nila. Yung iba doon, guru na ngayon. Nakakatuwa. And ang daming story, like, pasahin yung Journey Home. Or search nyo lang, Radhanath Swami. So, those are my thoughts. Marami pang usapan yan. Kahit first batch, marami nagko-question about psychedelic. I'm not into it because these books, the chanting is much more high. Nung hippie time, gumawa sila ng, yung mga Hare Krishna devotee, gumawa sila ng one of the biggest concert. And there was Sri Prabhupada holding his head. Makita mo yung poster na yon. The title is Stay High Forever. Walang babaan. And of course, if a normal person join this group sa pinag-uusapan natin, mawiwirdohan sila. Ngayon parang okay lang tayo kasi ilang days na. Pero mawiwirdohan sila. Ano mga high ba kayo? Pinag-uusapan nyo death, meditation, ano. Laugh trip lang. Anyway, that's my answer. Ang haba ng question ko. Kasi it doesn't mean psychedelic is spirituality. Hindi siya ganun ka-cheap na 1,000 pesos drug could bring you to spirituality. Or a ticket to India. Or a certification sa yoga. You're a spiritual person, no? Qualification is much more important. The practice. How you go deep. Is it yan. Okay pa kayo, ha? Sige. Tuloy pa tayo. Basahin pa natin. Is it possible to know who you were in your past life and who were some people in your past life na na-reincarnate din in your present life? Some could have the ability to know. Yung iba, hypnotherapy. Not 100% accurate, but yeah. Sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes yung past natin na sinupress ng life ng body na to, hindi mo na kailangan balikan. Payag ka, babalikan mo palagi yung mga picture na ex mo sa Facebook. Saka yung pictures nyo. Paano ka no daw, sabi ni Carl. Paano ka move on? Minsan, no, you don't need to. The healing doesn't have to be going back in our past. It will sometimes be an anchor, lalo lumalalim yung anchor natin for us not to move on. And yung attachment natin nagigising. Diba nga yung mga lasing na text sa ex nila kasi binabalikan yung mga nagka-drunk text sila. Don't need. Sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you need to heal yourself. Most of the time, no. So yeah. So Nicole, wag mo puntahan yung mga pictures ng ex mo, ha? Move on. Baka malito ka sa dami ng yan. Our Father consists of 7. Yeah. Oh, Oliver. 7 chakras daw, yes. These are details in the Vedas. 7 chakras and all. But when you chant, automatic lahat yan. Practicing yung mga alignment ng chakras is part of the meditator sa gitna. Yung, di ba, impersonalist, meditator, saka bhakti. Those part, yung mga nagka-chakras, kundalini, and yung part ng kundalini, di ba, yung logo ng medicine. And yeah, ang dami nagko-consult sa akin. They're practicing kundalini. But they're not practicing celibate life. They mess around with different women every night. Parang, ano yung kundalini doon? Kundalini is part ng spiritual activities. Or yung being celibate. Ayun yung umaakit doon sa logo ng kundalini na yun. So, number 1 rule ng being a kundalini yogi is celibacy. So parang kailangan alam mo yung knowledge, may knowledge ka with the scriptures rather than just claiming oneself. So anyway, chakras will be there. Yeah. When you chant, automatic align yung chakra mo. Automatic na yun. That's why there's such term as Yeshua, also names. Yes. Pinagkanlulo. Ang lalim ng Tagalog mo, ah. Anong ibig sabihin ng pinagkanlulo? Ano ba yun? Ano? Yeah, bakit ganon? Sabi mo. Sorry, naiwanan na yung mga message. Unang kita or usap ba, ganun parang vibes. Yeah, ayun yung vibes, di ba? Si Makoy. Vibes na kayo kagad. Mostly connected na kayo previously. I tried seeing the... Ay, overtime na tayo. Okay pa kayo dyan? If you need to do anything, I tried seeing the good in the person. Hindi talaga lagi ako na-drain. So, I chop her off my life. Wag yung head. Chop her off. You can respect from a distance. Harali natin yon. May mga chop. Pag feeling ko, nag-chop siya ng head. Ano kasi, Durga goddess. Naputol niya yung ulo. Maganda yung story din nun. Demi-goddess na si Durga. Yeah, sometimes yung mga tao sa paligid natin, hindi lang talaga jive. But we're not licensed to offend or blaspheme them. We should respect from a distance. Respect the distance. Kesa baka talagang you're getting into each other's nerves. So, minsan yun nga. Don't chop the head. Baka yung art mo, putol yung ulo, Adam. Siya yun. Huwag naman. Parang kahit ba kalayo or matagal mag-usap, same vibes. Yes, Makoy. Ganun talaga. Lalo na yung mga God brothers, same na guru, tapos they're doing services together. Minsan they find themselves together again now, this lifetime, doing the same service. Saving other people's sleeping souls. Yan. They're waking them up. Yan. Totoong word na awaken. Not the term ngayon na uso-uso na awaken. Nag-drugs lang, awaken na sila. Pero same ng bisyo pa rin, same lifestyle pa rin. They're just getting into the hype ng awaken. Pero sabi nga, kwento ko dun sa na ginamit ng ibang student. Dun sa isang podcast, pag-usapan namin awaken, I was telling a story. Yung term na, pwede mo i-claim na awaken ka, pero kailan ka babangon? Nakahiga ka pa rin doon. Ito yung alam ko. Ito yun. Pero yung lifestyle mo same pa rin. Or tutulog-tulogan ka pa rin. Rada, si Sadhguru ba legit the source? I don't know. I don't really know Sadhguru. Some of my friends, even in India, are telling wala siyang disciplic succession. Or impersonally siya. He's saying magaling siya sa flowery words. I really don't know because hindi ko siya pinapanood. He's famous, but from yung mga Indian na mga saint na nakilala ko sa India, ito yung sinasabi. Pero chan talaga is natural high, promise. Yeah, psychedelic only triggers. Not only psychedelic could trigger your what's already within. Sometimes pag na heartbreak ka, matitrigger yon. Or near-death experience. Diba? Pero hindi mo na kailangan mag-antay nun. If you have the spiritual books, if you're attending the class, if you're Japamala, it's not a trigger anymore. You're there already. So do it. So thank you, soul siblings. Hindi pa ba tapos yung tong trip niya? Yeah, actually yung isang monk ko nakausap, nag-ayahuasca siya mismo sa Amazon. May mga shaman doon, and that shaman referred him to practice Krishna consciousness. Diba? Sabi nga niya, ang taas daw yung pagiging Krishna conscious para ka na sa mahabang trip, yung buong buhay mo. Kasi you become transcendental. Nasa high ka, okay si Makoy. Naka-high ka talaga kasi nakikita mo yung life mo dati, diba? Ganito ka mag-isip, diba? Ganito ka biktima ng mentality, ng society, ng media and all. Pero you're in that level, you're high. At the same time, you're spiritually guided. Stay high forever talaga. High life. Nasa chat be happy. Kinukwento rin niya ni George Harrison yung kwentuhan nila. Basahin yung chant and be happy. Favorite ko rin yun. Dami pa rin Pikan Lulo ata yung I'm sorry, ang layo na. Ayan, tapos na pala. What is your take on Stoicism? Rada, we will talk about that, Kelly, Stoicism, tomorrow kasi my next meeting na ako. Tumatawag na sila sa akin. Una po ako. Thank you very much, my dear ones. Yung grabe yung question and answer. Next time, I would invite everyone to speak sa mic nila to hear. I want to hear your realizations and your sharings. Yan, si Josh, si JM, si Ivanka, si Carla, McCoy, Oliver, Adam, Emma, Joanne, Kelly, Pebs, Nell, and Milk. Hope to see you soon, ha? Cool na book ni Josh. Ang ganda yung history ko bakit ganyan yung Pag-usapan natin yan sa nanggaling yung matted hair. Nasa ano rin yan, nasa Vedas. Ba't ganyan yung book nila. So if you want to watch yung mga videos, nasa Monk in the Middle lang yon na atabunan, go to the filter nyo yung mga maraming views sa yung mga videos ko 5 years ago sa India, sa China, no? So, ano sa akin yung nostalgic kasi Indian na ako. Pandemic lang kasi. Maraming salamat. Prabhusan Matajis. Don't forget to chant today and chat tayo and chant. Sama all. Yeah, sama kayo. Sure. Sama-sama tayo mag-India. Bye-bye. Hare Krishna. High five.